come into our lovely seated position, just checking in on our posture. We're going to be going into our 10 breaths. So before we go into our breaths, just checking in on that lovely spine alignment. So I want you to imagine that there's a string coming up from the top of your head up to the ceiling. So it's really lengthening in the spine. So rather than pulling the shoulders back, just really think about that lovely lengthening in the spine. Give your hips a little shake from side to side. Just settle into this space. Beautiful. You can have your hands on your knees. Lovely. So we're going to go into our 10 breaths now. So remember, we're breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And we want to send that breath into the belly. So we're going to go together. The first breath in through the nose. Feel the belly and then exhale. And then out. Beautiful. Keep that going. Breathing in. And then out. Beautiful. You can always place your hand on your belly to make sure that's where all the air is going. Breath number 3. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. Feel the belly. And exhale. Breathing in and out. Keep going, letting the body completely relax. Big deep breaths. Feel the belly fill in as you inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 3 more. And exhale. We're going to do 2 more. Breathing in. And exhale. Last breath. And breathing out. Keeping your eyes closed, resting your hands on your knees. And just checking in on that posture again. Gentle little wave of your hips from side to side. Bringing that spine up nice and long, head towards the ceiling. And 1 more breath in. And release. Beautiful. We're going to bring our hands up and clasp together. We're going to rest them on the back of the head and just let the head and the neck drop down. Feel that lovely stretch on the back of the neck. So nice. Let the head drop down. Sway slightly from side to side. Remember to keep breathing. Gently release. Nice and slow. Beautiful. We're now going to go around in a circle. Letting the head drop around and finding that full range of movement. When it's the morning, the neck can be pretty tight, so just go nice and easy. You might feel that one side might be a lot tighter than the other. That's okay, that's normal. All the way around. Back the other way. Keep breathing. Sending that breath into the belly rather than the chest. Beautiful, all the way around. Lovely. Bringing our hands onto our shoulders. So just gently resting your fingertips on your shoulders, and we're going to twist from the navel, feeling that lovely stretch in our spine, and then coming back to center. So we're going to breathe in here, and then exhale as we come all the way around. Breathing in, and exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Do a couple more. Really think about tilting from the navel rather than from the neck. Feeling that lovely stretch in the spine. Nice. One more each side. Beautiful. We're going to place our left hand around the back of our body. We're going to place our right hand on the side of our head. Yep, that's it. And then bring this shoulder back and down a little. So just pull it slightly. And now with that right hand on your head, just let the weight of your arm gently pull your head down. So what we're doing right now is feeling that lovely stretch in the side of our neck here. And breathe. 2 more breaths. Because there's a lot of tension here, when you come out of this, I want you to come out of it really, really slowly. 1 more breath. Now really gently release, like really slowly. That's it. Beautiful. You always want to come out of a deep stretch nice and slow. So now we're going to go onto the other side. So the right hand behind the back, the left hand on the head, and now releasing that neck, pulling the right shoulder down and back. The hand is resting on the head, letting the weight of the arm pull the head down slightly, and breathe. Exhale. Nice. If at any point during the class you need to shut your eyes, you totally can. It's a really nice way to feel into the stretch and feel into your breath. Exhale. We're going to really slowly release now. Nice and slow. Gently, gently. And 1 more, hands clasped and letting the head drop down. 1 breath here. And release. Beautiful. Give your shoulder a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Beautiful. Up and down. Nice. Lovely. We're going to come down onto our mat into tabletop. So if you need to put pillows or a blanket under your knees, you can. And if at any point this is too much, you can just come back to kneeling or into child's pose. So we're going to stack our wrists under our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Yep, that's it. And we're just going to start by trying to flatten out the back as much as possible. So rather than arching up, see if you can flatten that space between the shoulder blades and just check in on that pose now. Beautiful. Sway the hips from side to side. Just settling into this pose, how it feels. Gently rocking over the wrist to get the wrist used to this pose. Beautiful. We're now going to arch up with our back, like so. Feeling that big stretch. Nice. And then coming all the way back down, curving the lower back. Beautiful. Feeling that stretch between the shoulder blades here. Nice. Bring the head up slightly when you're here. Yeah, that's it. So now we're going to breathe in through the nose while we're here. And now as you curve up, I want you to exhale through the mouth. Repeating that the other way, breathing in. And now exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Good. Breathing in. And exhale. 2 more each way. Breathing in. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Coming back onto your knees, clasping your hands together and gently rolling the wrists. Giving the wrists a little bit of a break here. Beautiful. If you can continue doing that, I'm just going to fix my microphone, which has jumped off me. Beautiful. Yep, give them a little shake. Lovely. Okay, we're now going to bring the knees wide. So you want your knees to be sitting on the edge of your mat now, and your toes are together. We're going to walk the hands out into a child's pose, like so. We're going to hold here for a moment, and then keeping your hands where you are, I want you to tilt the body forward, feet go wide, and let the pelvis drop down. You may need to shift the feet back a little bit. And we're just going to hold here for a moment and just give your hips a little rock back and forward. Pushing back onto the knees, pressing back into child's pose. That's it, and breathe. Beautiful. We're going to repeat that again in a rocking motion. So coming forward, feet go wide, dropping the pelvis down, arching the back, bring the head up, and then coming back into that child's pose. Beautiful. Keeping that going for a couple more. Dropping the hips down and bring your head up. So you want to be looking about 1.5 meters in front of you. You really bring the head up to give you that nice curve. One more each way. Back into child's pose. Beautiful. All the way down. And then pressing forward into that lovely arch, dropping the pelvis, pushing down off the ground, so my arms are quite active here, bringing my head back. We're going to come back to child's pose, so bring your knees wide, and we're going to take a couple of breaths here in child's pose. So knees wide, feet together, gently bring your hands down to the mat, gently drop down, and now bring your forehead onto the mat here. And I want you to start just tapping into how is my body feeling right now? What are my hips doing? My knees, my back, my arms. Could I stretch my arms out a little bit further? Nice deep breath in here. And then exhale. Let the hips release. So I want you to bring your awareness to your hips right now. You give them a little shake from side to side. We're going to do 3 breaths here together, and I want you to send that breath into your hips, and with each breath you're going to relax them even more. Starting now, breathing in and release. Breathing in and release. One more, breathing in and release. Beautiful. Walk your hands back, nice and gently. We're going to come up into a standing position now, so we're going to give the knees a little bit of a break here. Gently come up into a standing position. Give your legs a little shake. Nice. Lovely. So you're going to stand at the end of your mat here, and I want you to bend your knees really nice and gently. And now we're going to roll down really nice and slow, letting the arms, head and neck relax. And when you get to the bottom, just check in on your head if there's any tension. So give it a little shake to make sure it's totally relaxed. You can hook your arms together like so, little crossed arms. We're just going to hang here for a moment and just sway around. So bend the knees slightly, swaying around. And we're going to take a breath here together. Breathing in and release. Drop the arms down and deepen the stretch a little further. Breathing in and release. Beautiful. Gently peeling up, still letting the arms, head and neck fully relaxed. Coming up to standing. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders back if you need to. Lovely. We're going to go back into that pose. So gently rolling down, bend the knees, arms and shoulders beautifully relaxed. And we're going to come down as far as you can. Now, here, I'm going to get you to bend your right knee. You're going to place your left hand on the ground and you're going to extend the right arm up. So your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent, left hand on the floor, and right hand comes up. Yeah, Yeah, Emma, nice. Yeah, right knee bent, right arm up, left hand on the ground, left leg straight. One more breath. And exhale. Releasing the arm down, bending both knees. Sway here a moment. We're going to repeat on the other side. So this time, we're going to put our right fingertips on the ground. Our right leg is straight, bending the left knee and extending the left arm up. And breathe. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Coming back down. Just hanging here for a moment. And we're going to gently roll up to our standing position. Beautiful. Oh, my microphone is jumping all over the place today. Lovely. We're going to extend this stretch even further now. So we're going to be working on stretching out the hamstrings, the back and the neck. I'm going to get you to bring your feet hip width apart. Your right foot is going to step forward. So if you were to look at me from the front, it would look like this. So you'll see how my left foot and my right foot are still hip width apart. Imagine tram tracks running down the floor in front of you. You all right, Emma? Thumbs up, thumbs down. All good? Okay, so feet are hip width apart. So I'll just show you again from the front. Your feet will be hip width apart, and then you'll bring the right foot forward, like so, and press the left heel down. So we're in that lovely stretch to begin. And try to bring your hips straight on. They're gonna wanna tilt, so try to bring them straight on. So, hip width apart, right foot comes forward, dropping that back heel down, and now we're gonna square up the hips. So we want our hips to be nice and straight. Beautiful. Now, here comes the stretch. We're gonna lean forward and we're gonna run our right hand down our right leg, twist in the body, and then extending the left arm straight up to the ceiling. So keep doing that. I'm just going to have a look at your alignment. Good. Yep. So running the right arm down the right leg, tilting at the hip, extending the left leg. Why do I keep saying left leg? Left arm up straight, hinging at the hip, and then just release the body as you breathe down, feeling that lovely stretch. Hold on to your right ankle if you need to. If you need to have quite a bit of tension there, that's fine. One more breath. Look up at your hand on the air, so tilt the head to the left, stretch up, stretch, stretch, stretch. One more breath. Big stretch, try and reach the ceiling. And then gently bend the knees, release, and come back up. Beautiful. It's a bit of a challenging one, this one. Okay. Coming back to feet hip width apart. We're going to do the same on the other side. So imagine there's tram tracks running along each of our feet. We want to bring the left foot onto that line in front of us. Like so, that's it. Dropping that right heel down. And now we're going to straighten up the hips. So we don't want them tilted. We want our hips straight on. We're going to run our left arm down our left leg as our right arm extends up straight. Like so. Nice. Feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. Holding onto the left ankle if you need to for support. And extending the right arm straight, palm open, straight up to the ceiling. And try and stretch the arm up to your center point and try and touch the ceiling. And with your head, try and look towards your right hand as much as possible. Breathing in. Breathing in. One more breath. Beautiful. Gently bring both hands back to that left leg and then walk your hands up. Bend the knees and gently release. Lovely. Beautiful. So we're now going to take a cushion and we're going to come onto the mat sitting down, or rather close to the floor. If you need to have a sip of water at this point, often when you go into a deep stretch, it's really good to keep hydrated. Your body needs much more water when you're stretching. So we're going to come into our hip flexor stretch, which you've done with me before. We're going to be bringing the left knee onto the pillow and the right foot forward. So it's going to be that same principle that we just worked on then, which is imagining the two tram tracks running from our hip bones. So always imagining those two lines, because we want our hips to learn that proper alignment as we get more flexible and more mobile. So we're going to bring the left knee onto our pillow. We're going to bring the right foot forward onto that line of the right hip joint. So if I show you from this angle, if you imagine the two lines are there, my right foot will be here, as opposed to there, which is when you get wobbly and fall over. Lovely. So left knee down, right foot forward. How's your knee feeling, Lulu? Iffy. Yeah. Well, if at any point you need to get up and relax it, just release, stand up, give it a shake. Awesome. Beautiful. We're now going to drop down into this pose. Really press the hips forward here. So we're trying not to collapse the lower back too much. We're active in the glutes here. So switching on the glutes, pressing the hips forward. Beautiful. Gently dropping down. If you need to hold onto a chair, a wall, anything for balance, that's great. Nice deep breath here. And release. Allowing the pelvis to drop down with each breath. And breathe. Beautiful. Keep breathing, keep relaxing here. If at any point this is challenging, just gently release. And then come back. Lovely. Nice. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. Deep breath in through the nose. And release. Nice. Gently release, and we're going to do one more breath here together. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, gently coming out of that pose, we're going to stand up and shake out the legs. Beautiful. Oh, feels so good. Feels so good. Lovely. And now we're going to go on to the other side. So the right knee goes onto our cushion, our pillow, or our towel. And our left foot, following the line of our left hip, comes forward. Yep. Beautiful. And gently dropping down. Yeah, great, Emma. If you just line up the hips, because they're going to want to tilt a little bit. We want to try and bring them back to straight on. Yeah. And that right knee will be directly in front of our right hip. Okay, Lulu, all good? Beautiful, awesome. Breathing in here. And we're going to release. Dropping that hip down, lovely. Nice deep breaths. Remember, active in the glutes here. So avoiding that over duck bum, we want to squeeze the belly, squeeze the booty. So my muscles are quite active here. I'm basically pressing my pelvis up and under the whole time. So although I am trying to relax into the stretch, I'm also caring for my lower back by keeping my glutes switched on. Pressing that hip forward. Keep breathing, sending that breath into the belly. You'll probably find that one side is a lot tighter than the other, so you might feel a stretch more here on one side than the other leg. That's very normal. Give it a little bounce if you need to. Gently come back and release for a moment. Come back into it. Breathe. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 more breaths here together. One more. Lovely. Gently release. Standing up to shake out the legs. Nice. We're going to come down into a lion pose now. So we've got a couple of poses left and then into our breathing. So gently coming down to lie on your back. Like so. Beautiful. We're going to bring the right knee up towards the chest, interlocking your fingers over that knee, pulling the knee into the body, and gently breathing here. You okay, Emma? Oh, you're moving the, thank you for moving the camera. Oh yes, I can see you perfectly now, thank you. Holding that knee into the chest and releasing the breath. Each time you exhale, I want you to pull your knee in a little bit further to the body. So we're going to breathe in through the nose. Exhale. Deepen the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, deepen the stretch. One more. And exhale. Beautiful. Gently release that leg down. Lovely. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So bringing the left leg up now, or the opposite leg to what you just did. Interlocking the fingers. Breathing in through the nose. And now exhale through the mouth as you pull the leg closer to you. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more breath. Beautiful. Releasing the leg. We're now going to go into what's called happy baby pose. If you've ever done this in yoga before, you're going to bring both knees up like so, then both feet up, and my feet are quite wide here, and then you're going to reach up and touch and grab onto the top of your feet. If that's too challenging, you can hold onto your knees, that's fine. I just really want your legs, your feet are flexed and your knees are wide. If you can, holding onto the feet, and what we want to do here is then let that weight of our hands on our knees or on our feet relax, and we want to pull the knees down and just relax here. Sway around a little. I love that this is called happy baby pose in yoga. It's so beautiful, so cute. That's it, gently sway around, let the natural gravity release the hips there, bringing the knees down a little bit more. Whether you have your hands on your feet or your knees, that's fine, gently swaying. And we're going to take 3 breaths here together. Breathing in and release. Breathing in and release. Breathing in and release. Lovely. Gently bringing the feet down flat. Gently bringing the legs down into our lovely lying position. And we're now going to come up into our seated position to finish with our 10 breaths. So if you'd like to roll your knees to the side and gently push off the floor to get yourself up safely, grab a pillow, and we're going to come into our breathing practice to finish the class. Lovely. So get yourself comfortable and supported. If you need to put a cushion under your hips, yoga blocks, anything required. Beautiful. And we're just going to settle into that lovely final pose. I'm going to get you to shut your eyes. Hands are rested on your knees, checking into that posture, which should be a lot more open than at the start of the class. Trying to bring that spine up, right up to the ceiling, imagining that string extending from the top of your head, closing the eyes, relaxing the body, and 10 breaths together, breathing in. Feeling the belly as you inhale, pushing all the air out as you exhale. We're going to do 3 more together. Last one. And exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Give your wrists a little shake. Give your shoulders a little shake. Beautiful stretch up. And that concludes our class. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste, as they say in yoga.